What Bloomberg said not long ago is making a lot of noise in the business world. They believe that XRP will become very valuable and might even be worth more than $60,000. Someone from Bloomberg made this big claim. They said XRP is like Bitcoin for banks. Bloomberg's business news experts have confirmed these reports. So this isn't just a guess. This comes from knowledge that you can trust. The worth of XRP is being talked about more and more as it could reach an amazing $60,000. This takes place right after Ripple set in. People that they want XRP to become the cryptocurrency that banks choose, just like Bitcoin is for the rest of the market. Some people say these things are more than just gossip or casual comments. Someone who works for Bloomberg saw them on live TV and recognized them. It's also a big deal that Ripple has joined forces with the International Swaps and Derivatives Association ISDA. A huge $1. $2 quadrillion will be changed hands in the deals they want to make on the XRP system. It's possible that the first price of XRP needs to be around $10,000 in order to handle such big amounts. In this film, we'll talk about more about these events. Hello, everyone at HelpCoin. We have everything you need to know about XRP. Please click the like button, subscribe, and notifications to join our group before we go any further. Also, we'll give away a lot of XRP when we hit 8,000 followers. To make a bid, you only need to do 3 simple things. Do all of those things. Make sure you get a spot by writing in the comments. The show today is all about the fuss that Bloomberg made when they said XRP could hit an amazing $60,000 in a very short time. The first thing we'll talk about is the revolutionary idea that Ripple is building big partnerships in the business and finance worlds. Earlier in the film, we talked about SDA, the Internet Swaps and Derivatives Association, and Ripple's big plan to handle more than $1.2 quadrillion. Yet, that's only the very least of it. Mostly, we've been looking at what's going on in North America and Europe. Ripple has an effect on many more places than these 8, but let's not forget about places like Africa, where it's making big steps forward. By working with Xrp'S, Ripple wants to change how people in Africa send and receive money across borders. It's not just for Africa. It will also be easy for Africa and a number of other important places to do business with each other. Imagine it being simple to send money to and from Africa, the UK, Australia, and the Gulf Cooperation Council. Ripple's PLA could be used for all of these things. It has never been this easy for global finances to work together before, and all of these exciting changes will be talked about in today's show. Let's find out more about this fascinating subject. Bloomberg, a major source of business news, has talked a lot about how Bitcoin and XRP could do even better than Bitcoin. This story has been told before. It comes up a lot, especially when people talk about how much XRP costs at $60,000. Some people might think this is brand new details, but it's not. Someone has guessed like this before. As a fun example, Bard.ai has proven that Forbes, another well-known financial news source, once published an article called "The New Bitcoin is XRP," and it's heading to $59,472. It's strange that this story was taken down just minutes after it showed up. These are real facts, not just empty talk. A lot of AI systems like Twitter, GPT, and others have proven as much. The way these stories fit together is very interesting, both. XRP is moving in the same direction as the now-defunct Forbes article and the Bloomberg analysis. This means that it could not only fight with Bitcoin, but maybe even beat it. Because Bitcoin's all-time high was around $60,000, this is important. It's more interesting to argue about XRP's future value when these well-known financial sources agree on the same thing. It's important to find out why these big claims are being made. Why do big-name financial magazines like Forbes and Bloomberg, though only briefly with Forbes, say that XRP will go up so much? This is more than just a guess. It means more people are sure about the digital currency market and what part XRP might play in it. It is important to understand where XRP fits in the world of digital money. People often think of Bitcoin as a way to store value. On the other hand, XRP is becoming known as a way to make it easier to do business across borders. International trade is meant to go faster, cost less, and be more efficient thanks to its relationships and technological improvements. In the world we live in now, this is very important. In these places, trade and business between nations are very important. The technology that XRP is built on, which is based on Ripple's blockchain technology, is also built for speed and scale, which fixes some of Bitcoin's issues. This makes XRP a good choice for both individual buyers and banks that want to improve the way they do things. That's why people who say XRP will hit or go over $60,000 aren't just guessing. This shows how valuable XRP is and what it could do to the world's banking system. It means not just seeing XRP as a coin. It means seeing money as something that can change how things are done with it. One thing that is clear about XRP is that it is an important digital currency. When you look at what we've learned from Bloomberg and Forbes and add in Ripple's technological progress and strategic partnerships, you can see that XRP has a bright future. It's important to note the pattern we're seeing in the financial news, especially the Forbes story about XRP that was taken down after AI checked it. You could read this story for a short time, but it was quickly taken down. This won't just happen once. There's a trend where financial news sites with ties to top executives in the industry write groundbreaking articles about cryptocurrencies like XRP and then take them down right away. People often delete things quickly and then there is quiet. This makes you wonder why. Not only at Forbes is this trend going on. What the assistant to Bloomberg said about XRP is the same as what we saw before. This information has been shared and checked, but it looks like everyone is working together to downplay or even shut it down. Reports and papers that talk about XRP are being kept secret from the public. This is part of a larger trend of keeping things secret. It's tough not to wonder what's going on behind the scenes. Why do people not want these XRP talks to stay in the public eye? This is very clear from the fact that BlackRock filed for the iShares XRP Trust ETF. This was a big move that didn't get the press it deserved. The fact that such a large bank is taking steps to accept XRP should be big news. But the way it's being ignored and taken away is making it less important. Delete and stay quiet all the time. This habit makes things more complicated than it. Makes sense. What does this mean for the world? It's being hard for people to learn about these important changes in the world of cryptocurrencies, especially XRP. Why is this happening? Over and over again, stories say that BlackRock is connected to XRP. Suddenly, these reports are deemed false, which is a very interesting development. This is still true even though reputable sources, like the news website for the Delaware state government, made it clear that a BlackRock advisor filed for an XRP ETF trust business. It was clear proof for them. They were put up for everyone to see, but they were quickly taken down. Take a look at this. Eric Blinch, a Bloomberg analyst, said in the first tweet that BlackRock's choice to set up the iShares XRP trust was valid. There was a strange turn of events where he later took it back and said it was wrong. There is a reason for these differences. It looks like BlackRock's interest in XRP is being played down to make it look like big banks like JP Morgan are not really interested in it. On the other hand, the truth, looks very different. BlackRock and JP Morgan have been buying XRP in secret. According to a story from October 17, 2023, they have put a big 7.5% of their total wealth into this digital currency. What a big surprise. It doesn't match up with the story that everyone is hearing. Hey everyone, see you tomorrow. Remember that I'm not a professional financial advisor. The information in these movies is just there to make you laugh. People should always learn more about tea.